Time next for culture, and I'm joined on set by our music editor, Jennifer Ben Brahim. Great to see you, Jennifer. Firstly, we're starting out with the Glastonbury Festival in the UK this past weekend. It seems that politics overshadowed the actual music.
That's right. Now, the British government, the BBC and Glastonbury all up in arms about the concert that took place this weekend by British punk rap duo called Bob Vylan. That took place on Saturday on the West Holt stage. Now, their show screened live on the BBC, as most of the shows at Glastonbury, included some political messaging and chants about the situation in Gaza that were deemed to have gone too far, including one particular sentence where they said, "death to the IDF," and that's a reference to the acronym for the Israeli military. Now, before we get into that, we have a short clip of what he said before the chant, talking about using the platform to speak out about issues around the world. To take a listen.
We're not pacifist punks here over at Bob Vylan Enterprises. We're not pacifist punks. We are the violent punks, because sometimes you've got to get your message across with violence, because that is the only language that some people speak, unfortunately. This next song, we want to dedicate it to every single band that is using their platform to speak up for the Palestinian people and speak against the crimes that Israel, the UK and the US and much of the Western world are complicit in.
Now, after that performance, the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer told the Daily Telegraph that there was no excuse for his kind of appalling hate speech. The Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, said to the BBC this weekend that the BBC and Glastonbury had a lot of questions to answer for after that performance, and that statements equaling what Keir Starmer said were appalling. But in response to outcry from the Israeli embassy in the UK, Wes Streeting did say that they too had to get their house in order. Now, Glastonbury organiser Emily Evis took to Instagram just yesterday to condemn Bob Vylan's performance, saying that the Glastonbury Festival was created in 1970 as a place for people to come together and rejoice in music, and that there was no place at Glastonbury for what she called anti-Semitism, hate speech or incitement to violence. Now, all this is now leading to a potential police investigation as to whether it was a criminal act.
Now, Bob Vylan's performance comes as another controversial group. The Irish rappers Kneecap were not allowed to have their show broadcast on the BBC. So they knew that something was going to happen anyways.
Yes, they already anticipated some sort of action taking place during Glastonbury. So the Irish language rappers who are actually from Belfast have really been in the headlines for the last few months for their pro-Palestinian anti-Israel stance. One of its members, called Liam Ohana, also known as Mo Chara for his stage name, was actually recently charged by the UK government with a terror offence after videos surfaced from a concert a while back of them displaying a Hezbollah flag, which in the UK is banned and is an offence to express support for that group. Now, Ohana has denied these charges and has actually told a Guardian interview right before playing at Glastonbury that it was all a joke, that they were simply playing characters. Now, Ohana is actually set to be on trial on the 20th of August in London, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Now, because of all this, Keir Starmer actually called for Kneecap to not be allowed to perform at venues around the UK. They were allowed to perform at Glastonbury, and no surprise that Kneecap took the opportunity during their unbroadcast show to call out the UK Prime Minister, and he stirred yet more controversy by wearing a T-shirt dedicated to the Palestine Action Group, which is actually soon to be banned under UK terror laws due to recent actions.
Jennifer, thank you very much for that. Jennifer Ben Brahim there.